We made our way to Galesburg, Illinois, in RJ Race Cars, and Quartermax, and Rick Jones has joined us here. And Rick, got a heck of a nice-looking shop here. Bring us a little bit up to date and give us a start-to-finish tour how you build these beautiful cars.
Yeah, we have a nice facility. You know, it's built this about 20 years ago or so, and 30,000 square feet, and it's of course all heated, which we need today. It'd be about 5 below zero outside, and air conditioned in the summer. So, and most of the manufacturing and everything is done here in house.
I got you. So, before things start out, what do you say that old saying was? The oldest saying in the book, "How's my car?" It's what?
Yeah. Well, if you say, well, "How's my car coming?" I say it's the straightest thing in the shop. That's how it starts right there. You know, with about 20-foot long pieces of 4130 chromoly tubing.
You have, as we make our way this way, Jimmy, real quick, just one of your many employees here, JJ, who's been with you for a very, very, very long time, and I think that's something that's very important as well.
Oh, yeah. You know, a lot of our guys have been here for a very long time. He's been here about 25 years, so he does all the chassis manufacturing and helps design the stuff, and we just continually making updates, trying to make the cars better, and us racing ourselves helps do that, and a lot of good customers out there representing our product, and their feedback to us makes the cars better.
These things start out on the flat plate. I mean, the flat plate is level to the ground, and that's your basis for building all your lower bars, and that's kind of the starting point. Am I right?
Yeah, this is a surface plate jig, and it's totally adjustable for about any wheelbase, you know, up to like 125 inches. For any kind of track width, 4-link width, body styles. He's got all different CAD drawings and fixtures for any kind of brand of cars. You know, we do so many different body styles, and for different classes also, from Pro Mod, you know, blower cars, nitrous cars, Pro Stock, Top Sportsman, Super Gas, Super Comp. There's a lot of different styles and different designs of chassis for, you know, every type of class.
That is very cool. And I got to tell you what, I've been able to watch JJ work his art here for just a little while here today, and there is no such thing as production line things here. Each and every one of these things are totally individualized.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's all handcrafted. It starts off with tubing on the rack, and he saws it, and then he has to bend it and notch it and fit every piece. So it has to fit perfectly, zero gaps, and it's all TIG welded together. And he sure knows what he's doing. He's been doing it a very long time. And, you know, the billet pieces are pre-made, but all the tubing has to be custom made. And it just takes time, like everything else. And it's a work of art when it's done.
To take one of these things from this area, including what he's doing right now, cutting a piece of metal, and he'll probably notch it, right? Start to finish from this area. Is this a 2-week area here, or 3, or?
No, it's at least 3 to do a car like that, and sometimes he has help too. Tony helps him sometimes. Right. So, but it's at least 3. He has done it quicker than that, but you know, it depends how sophisticated the car is.
Okay, Rick, take us through phase 2 right here, as this appears to obviously is a completely different car and different body style. This appears to be a Pro Stock type car, is it, or no?
Yeah, it is. It's a 2015 Camaro. It's actually Richard Freeman's new car, Eric Anders' 2015 NHRA Pro Stock Camaro. So, and it's actually really, we kind of skipped over stage 2. This is stage 3. Oh, stage 2, we put the whole interior inside the car first. All the tabs, brackets, pedals, transmission mounts, everything is done inside the car. We try to work inside and go out. So now this is stage 3. They got it on the body jig now. And this is a template legal car, so as you can see, the master template's over the roof. And we got Dylan back here. He's mounting the body in the back, and body panels. And John Ford, he's over there. He's mounting. Looks like he's mounting a windshield today. So, and it's very, very sophisticated to build a car. It has a lot of measurements from NHRA specs to templates and everything to get the car perfect.
When you get these templates, is that something that NHRA sends to you that you have to purchase from them, or how does that work out, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, this body's made from 5-Star, okay. And 5-Star makes their own templates for this, and so they supply them. You got to buy them from them. So all the car builders have to buy them from 5-Star, and they're up in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. And man, these cars are a lot of work, a lot of little pieces of tubing and tabs. But thank God, we do all of our manufacturing in-house, so all the brackets and tabs and stuff are pre-made, but it still takes cutting tubing and forming sheet metal and things like that to mount all these bodies and to complete the car.
You guys had a lot going on this season, but at the end of the year, goals were all achieved.
Yeah, it was. I'm a guy that I never have my attention on the final, the final thing that you're trying to achieve, the big picture. You kind of think you want that, but you have to focus at what's at hand. It's almost like in a car. I've had employees years ago being very overwhelmed. It's like, oh my God, there's like hundreds and hundreds of jobs to do, separate jobs. So on this, we just separate them all out, And the same thing with racing. We go to the track, and every time we try to qualify, and qualify the best we can, and then we approach every round on Sunday differently, and race the racetrack and that opponent, and then you start winning races and setting records, and it's like, oh wow, we're in a points lead, and you have you're a contender at the end of the year, but you got to focus on what's at hand and not worry about too much what's in the future.
Richard Freeman was the first young man that I think that your son got a 500 cubic inch pro stock win with as well.
Absolutely. At the World Finals in 2013, Ricky won that race. The same car that Erica's driving now. Yeah. And so that was a truly magic day. And we just have a really good time. Richard is a great guy to work for, and a really good team owner, good motivator, and we just have an awesome team. It's really chemistry. Same thing with the guys here. It has to be chemistry to have a good group of guys or people working together, and you have to have a good driver. You got to have a good engine builder. Of course, Nick Ferry and Jake do a tremendous job in building the engines for us, and Ricky and I, and this year we've also added Mark Ingersoll, and we got a two-car team with Drew Skillman, but it just all has to be the right chemistry or it won't work.
Absolutely. I've been involved with it a little bit myself over the years past, and you're exactly right. Everybody's got it meshed together, and that's just the way it's got to be. So we get past phase number 2 and 3 here, and Jimmy, let's go over here, and we'll go to the next phase if you don't mind. A little bit closer to the completion stage, we have a car that at least appears to come out of the paint shop and is in what appears to be a final assembly here.
Yeah, after they're done doing all the fabrication work, the first thing we do is they tear the car apart, and it goes to our powder coaters. He's about an hour from here, and they powder coat the chassis, and then it comes back, and then we install the body permanently. So the roof and quarters and all the panels get glued on, and then Steve at S&D up in Michigan, as you know very well, he picks the car up, and then they take it up there, and it's usually 2 weeks, and it comes back, but there's nothing on the car when it comes back, nothing. So it comes over here, and then my son Ricky, he's in charge of this area, and you've got Tanner, and then Tony's working over here today. They're putting the car together, wiring, plumbing. Dylan does all our wiring, so he's over here wiring a lot too, and it takes a couple hundred hours to bolt this car together basically, and make everything right, and plumbing, brake lines, fire lines, wiring. It's just a lot of work to get it done.
You and Bonnie and Ricky had a kind of a life-changing experience this past summer, and he's gone this weekend as a result on his honeymoon, if I'm right.
Yeah, this whole week he's gone. Him and his wife Sarah got married October, and so we scheduled the first week in January to take their honeymoon, and it's like, when is a good time, you know what I mean? And so we thought this would be the best time for those guys to go. So they're down in Florida, down in the Keys, having a good time, and then he'll get back here in a couple of days, and he's got to get this car finished when he gets back.
Ricky is the guy who not only does a great job as a driver, but along with Rick are the co-crew chiefs on the World Championship winning car, Eric Anders, as we talked about earlier, and Elite Motorsports. But he's also the guy that at the tail end of these projects pretty much oversees the wiring, just the whole completion of these things, if I'm right.
Yeah, he is in charge of putting the car together. There's just a lot of parts and pieces. Yeah. There's thousands of parts that, and nuts and bolts and screws and everything is custom done to what the customer wants. So he has to work with them, the customer, and all the guys here, and to get the car done, we have to set it up, scale it, So when it leaves here, it's race ready to make a run.
But again, thanks again to Rick Jones and all of his fine staff, all the guys and gals that have been involved here today. And again, I can't say thank you enough, and we appreciate it and look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming today and touring our shop.
There you go. You're watching PDRA TV.